Hey everybody, it's Supergirl KY here again, and this is the ultimate Dollar Tree hack if you cannot find the color of wired ribbon that you have been looking for. This was super cheap. This will last me forever, and it can't get better than this. Alrighty guys, things not sold at the Dollar Tree that you're going to need. The Cricut heat press, or an iron, and a glue gun, not sure if that's sold there, and a heat resistant mat. You can also use an ironing board. Things you can get at Dollar Tree is the heat transfer vinyl, glue sticks, floral wire, table runner, and scissors. First things first, you're going to take the table runner and you are going to open it and get it ready to cut. When you open it up, it has this point on the edge. We aren't going to need it, but you're going to want to keep it. Just go ahead and cut along that edge. Then you're going to line it up and cut to the correct length that you're going to need. In this case, it is for a cemetery vase, and I cut it at, I believe it was 7.5 inches. Next, what I did is I cut 6 strips at 2 inches apart each one. So if you are cutting and turning these into cemetery ribbons, you're going to want to cut the tops of the ribbons and give them a bit of a point at the top. And it won't make sense right now, but it will down the line. Trust me on that. So go ahead and repeat that on all the remaining ones. So again, if you are making what I am making, you are going to want to cut 2 strings of the floral wire at 10 inches per each 7-inch long ribbon. You're going to want to cut 2 of these per each ribbon. Next, you're going to want to grab your ironing board or a heat resistant mat, lay out all of your ribbons, cover it with that heat press cover, and you're gonna just want to iron them out, get them all nice and flat. And this may take a couple passes, but once it's done, they look good as new. If they're looking like first place ribbons, you did good. First, you're going to take your wire and you're going to want to make those wires as straight as possible. I took them all and I rolled them over the edge of a flat table and got them really nice and straight, so you got those kinks out. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a bead of glue and you're going to run it all the way down, or as far as you think the glue can go before it starts solidifying. Then you are going to lay the floral wire down on top of it. And I didn't do it on this one, but I did it on all the rest. Is once I did that, I quickly rolled over the side. And you don't have to glue all the way down to be able to do that. You can just glue as you go. So you're going to roll it over so it's just one fold. And it looks really nice. Then you're going to go all the way up to the tippy top with your wire. And again, folding it over as you're going up saved a lot of glue and a lot of time. Now you'll realize I put the wire up at the top, and then you'll see me thinking, I done doofed. You do not want to bend the wire yet until after you have rolled over that fabric. So like I said, on this particular one, I went back again with some hot glue and then rolled over those edges. If you want to not show the edge of the fabric, you're going to want to double roll. So when cutting the ribbon lengthwise, you're going to want to take that into account if that's what you want to do. Go ahead and repeat these steps on the other side. So then you're going to take the hot glue gun and glue along the edges, bend the wire, fold over the fabric, and you want the peak of the ribbon to have both of the wires from either side touching. And then once that's all dried and all good, you're going to take those two wires coming out and you're gonna kind of twist them around each other until they kind of look like they're one. Once everything looks good, go ahead and fold the ribbon in half just at the edge. What we're going to do is cut that little upside down V at the bottom. So I just cut a notch to get started, fold it over so it's even, and then go ahead and cut. This way it ensures it's an even V. Repeat all these steps to the remaining ribbons. Then when you're done, go ahead and take a lighter to those cut edges to prevent fraying. Then we're bringing back our handy little end piece from the table runner. We're going to put the messy side of the wire ribbon down, put that heat mat on top, and we're just going to run it over. This is to help smooth out those edges to make it look very uniform. Repeat this to all of them. Once they are all nice and flat and looking good, you're going to take the labels or names or designs, whatever you printed on your Cricut, with the heat transfer. You're going to stick them all down and make sure they're centered. If you're making more than one of the same thing, make sure they are centered the same way. Bringing back our handy little end of the runner, we're going to place the ribbon on top and the heat press cover, and then we're going to heat press it. We're going to go over it slowly, a couple of seconds. I have the Cricut heat press and I have it on the second wave. There's 3 waves for the heat setting, so I have it on the second one, and I just went over each one like 3 times. And you go over the entire ribbon, because what it does is it heats up that hot glue underneath, so if it was thick in any areas, it makes it nice and smooth. This honestly is the game changer that takes it from looking homemade to professionally purchased. Now some of you may be thinking, why am I using that end of the table runner that is scrap? It is simply because if you cherish your ironing board, or in this case the Cricut heat mat, you don't want to transfer that hot glue that'll seep out onto said ironing board or mat. And you'll see that like the hot glue came through, but once it's all dry, you don't see that. So there you have it, guys. this is what they all look like finished. So the reason why we twisted them on the end is because what I ended up doing is sticking them into styrofoam, and you need that metal as rigid as possible or as stiff as possible so that it'll stay in there. There you have it, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe. If you have any comments, leave them down below. And as always, be super today. Thanks, guys.